I haven't seen you since the plague.
That was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it shouting, live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Live while you're alive. No one will survive. There's no guarantee.
Dune. Whoa. That's the only way you can begin a conversation about Dune, is you all have to do some, like, low rumbling
some throat singing,
some fucked absolutely
Tibetan throat singing. I don't know.
Fucked, yeah, just some fucked up like symphonic score, but done in the style of Satan's army pentatonics.
Gag, that is so funny. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fallen angels pentatonics.
Yeah,
like, Jesus Christ.
What a rise and fall. Although they're also
honestly. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was pentatonics.
The thing is, they blew the fuck up, and like nobody ever could. And now
so
they are
huge.
just they make all of their money during Christmas time every year.
Yeah.
And then they just do their tour and they vibe. I love that for them.
I mean, good for them. You know,
like,
it's the Mariah Carey business model, right? It's like that is every year. She fucking rakes it in hand over fist during Christmas time, and then she subsists for the rest of the year, right? And then hey, much like retail businesses, right? You make all your fucking money around Christmas.
Literally,
you use that.
It's so
you use that to stretch it out for the rest of the year. So it's retail, Mariah Carey, pentatonics. But what we were going to talk about, before we talked about the unholy triumvirate, the three signs of the apocalypse, was that you have finally seen Dune. How did you see Dune? When and where?
That is a good question that I don't think I'm legally allowed to answer on
I
recording.
see. Well, we will just kind of sweep that question under the rug. We will get that out of there. So, yes, you have finally seen the 2021 sci-fi epic.
It's an epic. It is.
In the true sense of the word, it is a fucking
literally
big epic.
So I mean, I knew a few things going on. First of all, I read Dune. I read it like a year ago now, maybe almost 2. And
okay. So you know your Kwisatz Haderach. You know your Muad'Dib.
I knew everything that was going
on.
I understood everything immediately, which was wild because the pacing of this movie is absolutely unreal. It's so bizarre. It is the most bizarre pacing I've ever experienced, and it reminds me exactly of the book, where nothing feels. Yeah. Everything feels like this, like it should, like it goes by super fast, and everything like.
It feels glacial and rapid at the same time.
At the same time.
Where you're like,
so much happens.
Is anything going on? Is anything exactly? But it's like, is anything going on? Is anything happening? And then you turn back 10 pages and you're like, we are making progress.
No, it's just it is a lofty, insurmountable amount of small yet not indiscernible changes. And those small changes add up so bizarrely. No, it's crazy. I'm watching it, and I was like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, because I'm trying to remember, okay, what happens next? I was like, oh, yeah, that is what happens next. And I was like, wait, does this happen here already? Does this happen already?
Are we already at this? We're already at this point? Oh, my God.
Like, whoa.
In my, because I have started reading the book. Mm-hmm. I'm about to the point where the movie ends, basically. Like, I've gotten to, spoilers for Dune. Click through if you don't.
When I heard they were doing it in 2 parts, I knew exactly where they were going to cut it, and I was right.
For sure. Yeah. It seemed like again, having only read half the book and only seen one of the movies, I'm like, that's a pretty good way to end a movie. That seems like, that's if you
it's interesting.
It's a two-parter.
Yes, it's definitely a two-parter. I think, could I have seen a little bit more in this as part one? Yes. Did they like I would have wanted to see just past. I expected it to go just past the point that they did.
Sure.
And then there's like a pretty large time jump in the book as well. This seems like what they did is it seems like they kind of just like said, you've already gotten what you needed.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do the time jump. It's fast. It's really the thing that's impressive about it is it's written like fucking anthropologically. Like it is so. It is not. This guy wasn't a writer. This guy was like a historian. So
the way Herbert writes these fucking books is so bizarre.
So
it's
strange.
for instance, the thing that is really sticking out to me is that like we get this assassination attempt. We learn essentially instantly who did it, but the book is still spending like 50 pages of our main characters like guessing who it is. And I understand that there is like, you can do that sort of sense of dramatic irony, but he's not concerned whether or not the dramatic irony has stakes. It's written in a way as if it is not dramatically ironic. Does that make sense?
Everything is deeply understated. It's not like this didn't happen because this is dramatic. This happened because it happened. It's so
sure.
It's so clinical and so bizarre. Yeah. And that's the thing that's so wild is when you watch this, you're watching these lofty ideas being presented so clinically. It's bizarre. It's fascinating. It really works. In one of the interpretations that I heard recently that I thought, and I'll get back to this point in a second, but Kevin, I believe the point you were just talking about, they changed that a little bit from the book too, didn't they?
Yeah, they draw. I think, as much as I'm enjoying the book, I think every choice of adaptation that they made was correct. Yeah, I think basically every instance, everything that they translated or moved around felt right for a movie and made it more structurally sound.
Like for me, the big one that I noticed was they got rid of. There's this. It was such a cool scene, but they didn't need it when they first get to Arrakis, and they find that green room in their house. This is in the book.
Yes, yeah, they find there's a lot in the book of the Lord Atreides, especially like looking around at the state of the royal, this compound on Arrakis, and how like people are specifically deprived of water except for them. Like the palace is fucking wet.
They establish the power dynamic in much more individual means in the book, and I think with a visual medium like this movie, they're able to tell a lot of that in half a second. By just
exactly, it's honestly a similar problem that often occurs when you're adapting a musical, where like in a musical you need like a 4-minute song to express a character's feeling. In a movie, one shot of them reacting can accomplish the exact same thing. And so like they just like seeing this dry ass.
Are you
place.
Saying Dune the musical is coming? That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, all right. Let's workshop. I think there's ground here. I think there's something. Seeing, like when they did King Kong the musical, but it's like the fucking Shai Hulud, you know what I mean? Like a huge puppet. I think there's like a big Audrey 2 sandworm, and it sings.
We'll talk. I'll talk to my puppeteer people. You'll talk to your puppeteer people.
Perfect. But what the fuck was I saying? But you don't need to underline that as strongly in the movie, because we can see the fucking desert and then we see their comfy lives.
Right, and what they
That's
did,
all we
the
need.
way that they handled that scene, I mean, there was a really fascinating moment with like the communication between Paul and his mom and the way that the Bene Gesserit teachings, like the secrecy of it and the code of it, which I thought was very fascinating to read. That is not in there, but they kind of demonstrate it in a little bit of a cooler way. I don't
They
know.
added that breakfast scene where they're talking about using the voice, which is not really in the book.
Right, that's
and
not really in they kind of take they do that so that when they're in the ornithopter, it's a little easier to follow what's going on.
It's been set up. That is what we call planted payoff. Right,
exactly. But what I saw they did instead of doing that green room thing from the book, which I thought was very cool, and I wish they had kept the like secret message in the leaves like thing. Very, very, very.
That was really cool.
That was so cool.
That was really cool.
Which was like, okay, whatever, that's fine, you know. But what they did to kind of represent that, I thought was really smart, and it was the guy watering the palm trees.
Yes, an added scene, but that accomplishes, you know, like the whole thing with the greenhouse, but in a much more interesting way. That established to us exactly what the rest of that green room moment accomplishes, which is the idea of there has been science done, and they do it again later when they are finally in their underground system where they see the science and they do that. It's more effective to demonstrate it as something that the Fremen are the ones that have control over, as opposed to yet another thing that the people in power have, right? It makes it seem much more connected to the planet and the people that actually belong there, which I really appreciated and respect. But it also like the idea of having a worker, someone there watering these things, made it immediately you understand, because like that the green room, there's a moment with Paul where he's like, this feels wrong, like that we have this. This feels wrong, and we still get that moment from Paul, but what we now also get is someone, when the worker is saying, no, like that was no longer about excess, right? It showed the relationship that they had with the water. It was a really smart connective move. I can't quite explain it. It accomplished multiple things at the same time, both as a work of adaptation and as a cinematic piece unto itself, which is, hey, that's good screenwriting.
Did they get like a massive studio and just inundate it with sand, or did they go out into sand dune? Like I know
probably a combination of both. You know, it's probably
my God,
the scope and the scale of this. Yeah, as just a piece of filmmaking, right? Like the incredible, you know, Denis Villeneuve, obviously known for the cinematography of his movies, but like
it's stunning.
Truly, this is the most fucking stunning like desert cinematography since like Lawrence of Arabia, you know, like this is what I talk about an epic, and I like the cinematic capital E epic. The images and the story here have actual scope and scale. They actually feel big. They feel weighty when these it's like it's so easy for, and I don't mean to always like keep dragging it on the mud, but it's so easy for these like CGI heavy sci-fi and action movies to feel weightless, to feel like when a guy throws a car at another guy, it just like that doesn't feel like fucking anything.
It's the Superman fight scene problem. Is you have two people who are flying and they're just fighting in the air. There's only one. It's like there's no stakes anymore, because what's going to happen? They have to come to the ground. Like
it doesn't feel. There's no tactility to it. There's no weight to it, and you know you can find these problems in any number of big movies, you know, but to what have you, like there's actual scope, there's actual scale. I also think universally across the board, this movie is remarkably well cast.
The cast is perfect.
The cast is perfect, and they're all completely dialed into these interpretations of these characters, right? It's
I think this is one of the best things I've seen Timothée Chalamet in.
I agree. I walked out going, I don't know if he was good in this movie, but I don't know if anyone could be, because Paul it's tough because there's not a lot there. I think he did what was required of him especially when they took out, again, like we mentioned before, all these kind of like these moments where him or Lord Atreides have these like internal monologues where they're like, I'm gonna fix Dune, this isn't right, I feel, I called it Dune, I'm gonna fix Arrakis, like I can do it, these people that, it's like, okay, we're giving our monarchs maybe a little like too much credit for their altruism here, but he plays it fine. I mean, I still prefer him in a Little Women, I was
gonna
Bird,
say I think
a French
Dispatch is his
he's
like
so
unmatched,
good as
like,
Laurie in Little Women. He's
dumb.
so fucking
it's dumb.
good.
It's dumb. It's aggravating. It's genuinely
dumb how good he is.
No, it's real. For real.
It's fucked up how excellent he is in these movies. And I like that, like, everyone kind of has to have their big franchise that they're in these days. And I think this was a good call. Until
that fucking Willy Wonka one comes out, and then that's going to be the
Jesus
one that he's
Christ,
known for.
I forgot about that.
We don't need to talk about it. It's okay.
We truly don't need to discuss the hot young Wonka prequel film that they were making. It is like in production. It cannot be stopped now.
Right. I mean, here's this cast in Dune is
unbelievable.
Perfection. It is so
Jason
good.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa, awesome. Great
Killing
job.
Love him.
What a wow.
He's doing the Jason Momoa thing we
It
all
works.
now like him for. He's playing Aquaman, but he's on a desert this time. Unlike that sequence in Aquaman where he was in a desert. But he's back in it again. We have Rebecca Ferguson as I think she's just incredible in this movie as Lady Jessica.
Oh my god! No, I could
she's
not
unbelievable.
Get over how much I loved her in this.
She's one of my favorite working actors right now. I think she's so interesting.
Give her everything. She's amazing.
Give her everything. She's fucking unbelievable in those Mission Impossibles. I hear she's good in Dr. Sleep, but I have not gotten around to that movie. She was even good in that terrible Hugh Jackman movie Reminiscence that I saw earlier this year.
Oh, okay.
But she was good.
Oh my god, I forgot that they made that.
What a striking screen presence she is. There's something about her that is so interesting. And then you have, you got fucking Josh Brolin coming in, small role as Gurney, killing it. Oscar Isaac, killing it. Javier Bardem.
And I know we don't get a lot of her, but Zendaya gives such
it's interesting.
A powerful and nuanced performance.
She holds the very screen, which would be very difficult to do in a role that gets as little to do as this character does in this film.
It's really impressive. Okay. It's interesting. I've always loved Zendaya, but like early career, I wasn't. You're young. You're coming out of being on a Disney show. Like acting is difficult, and it's a process, and we grow and we learn. So I've always been impressed by her, but seeing her in this, I was like, oh, Zendaya can fucking act. Like this is no joke. Zendaya is like here. Zendaya is showing up, and I cannot wait to see her absolutely eat Part 2. Oh my god.
She's gonna do it. I'm not
so good.
I am not fully bought into the Zendaya thing, but I've really only seen her in their Spider-Man movies. So she's
fine in those. But they're the Spider-Man movies. I mean, that's what they are. She's
fine. She's not really asked to do a lot. It's kind of like a one-dimensional performance, but that's the character that they've written.
She has made the role something different.
She's got personality. She's funny.
I think the thing that's exciting about her is her off-screen personality affects decisions that people make, and she is partly responsible for why MJ is portrayed the way MJ is portrayed.
It seems
and I
like
think
she
that's
has
a significant cultural marker for specifically for women and femmes. I think it's very very impressive what she's done with that. But yeah, it's Spider-Man. You're not going there because you're like, I want to see the best acting in the world. You're going there to see a bunch of British people play Americans.
It's fucked up what they've done, this colonization that they've done of...
I'm like, wait a minute, so Doctor Strange... Spoilers.
Just let him be British. I don't understand.
Just let him be British.
Just let him be British. I don't understand.
I mean, you got two fucking Spider-Mans that are British.
Yeah, what the fuck is
They're
happening?
supposed to be from, New York, and they're like, you know what? What we're gonna do?
That is why Toby will always be my favorite. That is a red-blooded fucking American man playing Spider-Man. Well, he was always my favorite, regardless of what country he was born in.
Something that none of us have
he got to the core of me back then. And I'm sure it has
I really like those movies growing up. Watching them back now, I'm like, hard cringe.
What? Oh, I can't get on board with that. I cannot agree. I cannot.
That's
I
fair.
cannot.
That's fair. I look at them now and I'm like, oh, just the lens of misogyny is so dense.
I mean, sure, but like, look at what they're adapting.
No, look, exactly.
I don't. Listen, I'm not trying to drag anybody through the mud, but like,
are you kidding me? Comic books,
Mary Jane has never
scaries,
been
and love stories. I mean, that's
right.
It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It's just for me. I look at this now.
No, I get you.
I mean, as a young, I was like, yeah.
I just think it's beautiful. I think their story is beautiful. I understand the lens. I understand the problematic lens, but the
story is excellent.
What I like about those movies, and these movies are not Dune, but what I like about those movies is they are not afraid to be completely earnest. Those movies have their fucking complete little geek beautiful heart out on their sleeve, and they are not worried about being corny. They are not worried about being cheesy. They are not worried about having guys named Dr. Octopus running around. Like, they're not... Those movies don't have that thing that I hate that, like, every blockbuster has now except for Dune, where someone has to go, like, Dr. Octopus? Okay, but what is your real name? I'm like, that drives me up a wall. I love how earnest the Raimis for sometimes for better.
You haven't seen the new one yet, have you?
No, I don't, and I cannot.
No, they 100% do that. They literally.
I feel in my bones that there's going to be like 40 different versions of that in this movie, where it's going to be like Electro. Okay, I'll buy you at the hardware store.
No, they only do it the one time, and he goes, what's your name? He goes, Dr. Otto Octavius, and they go, and which is also easily more viable than Dr. Octopus if you say Otto Octavius.
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Like,
that's a guy's name.
The first time they introduced it, and he goes, is that really your name? No, is that really, they literally do that bit there.
I will never see this movie, but like okay, and again, we will probably get back to Dune, but something that I simply have to give it up to those DC CW TV shows is they really resisted doing that. They will, and obviously they put it, like, on The Flash, for instance, they put a spin on it by having Cisco be the guy that names everybody, but like, right. Those characters... Those actors have to go like, oh my god, you're gonna get killed by Weather Wizard, and everyone like fucking plays it right down the middle, and that is something that I've always liked about it.
Comes to a complete point. It's fascinating with
yes,
Legends of Tomorrow. Have you seen Legends of Tomorrow?
I have seen some Legends of Tomorrow. I liked it.
It's amazing, and it's terrible, and I love it, and I hate it. It is the best
show to ever air at like 2 p.m. on Saturdays on the original WB. It belongs. Crazy.
And here's the thing the thing that's also wild about it is each season, they more and more, you can tell, they lean in harder.
Yes,
until they
which is what I like.
They just until the end, it's like they don't. It's just. Who gives a fuck? And
that fucking show will have a gorilla travel through time and bust into Barack Obama's college dorm and say, Barack Obama, it will be an honor to kill you. And they just do it. That is what I love about that show.
And that's exactly what that is comic books. Like, that's the thing that I love about the CW series is I watch this and I go, I feel like I'm reading a comic book. Because it's just a bunch of nonsense happening. And at the end, you hit him with the cliffhanger, and then you hit him with the cliffhanger, and then you hit him with the cliffhanger, and then after like 6 episodes, then you have one that actually affects the mega arc of the whole series, and then you come back in. And I'm like,
and that was another thing I liked about Legends of Tomorrow is that most episodes were just like, I don't know, here's a weird thing.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow was them being like, hey, what if we did our DC version of Doctor Who? That's not based on any prior material that we did. And they just went, okay,
it was
cool,
fun.
boom.
It was great. They were like, I honestly love that, like, with, like, only one exception in that, it's like, hey, what if we took a bunch of popular supporting characters from our other shows, we gave them their own show, and
It's almost like they treated their TV show like they do their comic books. Like,
exactly.
That's how comic books are made, and now we've got Marvel. It's like, just do something new. Come up with new teams.
Instead of doing what, and instead of doing what the MCU does, where it's like 19 steps ahead, we are specifically planting supporting characters that we know we're going to team up in this thing. It feels so inorganic, whereas what these, like, Legends of Tomorrow was just like, I don't know, we're going to take all these popular guys and we're going to put them on one show. We're going to make a team.
They're really great and they're really loved in their shows, but and we want to keep them, but you know, we can't. There's too many storylines already working.
They've kind of run out of stories on that show. So what if we brought them over here? And it was kind of genius. I also think it's fun when I'm like opening up DC Comics to read today and there's an ad for Legends of Tomorrow and there's only one of those characters who's still on the show. Like every fucking season they radically change.
No, it changes every season. It's a group.
Which is also fun. That's also a good idea. I remember that there was an NBC Constantine that lasted like one season and then he got brought in to those DC television shows.
It literally got canned after season 1. There was no closure.
Yeah.
And then they said, wait, let's pull him in. There's an entire season of Legends where he is like, he gets pulled in at the end of one of the seasons, and then he is there like a whole season. And he's integral, and they backwards integrate some of the stuff from that first season. Not really.
Great.
Very, very, like, the major thing that they left untouched. Well, they left a bunch of stuff untouched, but the big major thing that they kind of mentioned, they do a thing. It's brilliant. It's so stupid and so fun.
That's great.
And that's
that
why
feels
I'm still
like organic
trucking my way through
creativity.
it.
Yeah, it feels like again, like I have my issues with those shows. I eventually fell off because they did what all of these properties do, and they just balloon so big, and it's like, well, I can't keep up with this anymore. Like, it's just, it would be the only thing I watch.
Right, and when I was doing like, when I was, you know, on like a phone call type, when I was doing this other job thing, I'm not going to say much, like literally when I would be able to just like waiting for things to do, I would have it on in the background. And so I would go, literally, I would watch them in order. I would go like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. And I would just go through them. And then at a certain point I went, okay, wait a minute. Let me find the actual crossover things. And then I'm going to watch up to those points.
Sure.
Individual seasons. And then I'm going to watch them in order. And then I'll go through like that. And I've been doing that. But I'm so close. I'm so close to finishing, to getting to the big Infinity Crisis on Infinite Earth, the big one that they did. I'm like, I just want to get through that. I fell
off long before that, but I understand.
Right, that's been my goal.
Supergirl was good. I liked that show.
Which one?
Supergirl? That was a good show.
That was fun.
I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite show in the entire world, but I was like, this is fun.
It was definitely good.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Anyway, sorry. That was our big.
That was quite the
that was our big diversion.
Dune. But I think that's kind of what we were talking about. Is just like, wait, we were talking about Zendaya. We talked.
Yes.
But
who
like,
is Michi? Lest we all forget that Zendaya is Michi.
But like, yeah, no, Dune. Just the way that they handle it as like an action film.
Yeah, an action film, but it didn't like dumb down the material in a big way. You know,
not to talk too much about The Matrix. But
I mean, let's talk about any day.
But I haven't watched the new one yet. No spoilers.
No spoilers. I would never.
Honestly, Caleb, to be honest, I couldn't if I wanted to.
No, I
it's
had that
very
feeling.
hard to spoil. It's very hard to spoil.
Let me tell you about this movie. Been 30
if I
seconds
told
in,
you
I'm just like,
a spoiler, you would just go, "What? Huh? What do you mean?"
Yeah, I remember hearing people back in maybe December of last year that I know who had seen it, who were like, "This movie does one of the wildest things, and you will either love it or be like, man, fuck off."
I will go out on the limb that like this movie does like 8 of the wildest things that I've seen a movie, especially of this size, do. It probably, you know, people keep using this one, but like this is the wildest franchise big budget action movie since The Last Jedi. Since that movie, this is the one that has taken the biggest fucking swings I've seen.
These are some very lofty swings. It's impressive.
Yeah. All right.
It's truly like bold actual decisions being made with the material. It's wild.
It's crazy.
But
it's awesome.
Sorry, Jace, you had a point.
No, my point was with action sequences, The Matrix, you know, especially let's talk about the original trilogy real quick. Those original ones, like specifically, I think this is my main down point of the second one. The fight sequences are just a little too long. Just a little too. The thing is,
yeah, like I'm gonna fucking love it.
What?
Sounds like I'm gonna fucking love it.
Have you not seen the Matrix trilogy?
Jason was talking about Reloaded.
Oh, Reloaded. My bad. I zoned for a second. I thought you were talking about.
I mean, that's the thing. That's what those movies were. Those movies were. This is the height of action cinema. This is never been done before. Special effects, fight sequencing. This is the fucking Matrix.
I specifically, desperately want, because they just did a UFC. Fuck me. They just did an Unreal Engine 5 demo of this. This universe. I really want to see the giant fight from Reloaded. That's all of the agents redone so that it looks good for today's standards. Because that shit's gonna fucking rule. But sorry, go on, Chase. I'm an asshole. Please continue.
No, you're not. You're not. I don't even know what it was. But yeah, I mean, I say that because, like, to juxtapose back to Dune, is that whenever you have these fight sequences, they're really cool, but I don't feel like I'm going, oh my god, fucking, can we
wrap it up?
Can we? There's story to be told here. Can we
get back to the sand, please? Yeah, it's
no, literally. But like, I don't know. It's very cool. Also, seeing the way that they did the
shields,
the hollow shields.
It was cool.
Oh,
it was cool.
Cool.
It was.
So
they
cool.
perfectly visualize this thing that is like hard to explain. It's like subtly like brilliant. The way they've just like it's Christopher Nolan-esque in the way they've taken this complex idea and just distilled it down into something you immediately visually understand.
It's really impressive. I think it's like it's a perfect adaptation. It's brilliant.
It's really good. Very excited for part 2.
Yeah, very, very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Basically, nothing happens
in Dune.
Though, yeah.
We were talking about that, how it's like the whole time it feels like nothing happens, and then when you look back, you're like, wait, so much happened.
Yeah. Wait, a lot
Basically, nothing happens in terms of, like, the story. Like, Dune 2 is going to be fucking wild. And still, you get out of that movie and you're like, damn, I couldn't keep up. And it's crazy, because, like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it rules.
It's the wildest pacing. It's so... Yeah,
it's a lot of emotional things
talked about it is also how Dune is the story is a story of like aliens, but we are the aliens. We're the aliens at this point, and like just kind of removed from humanity.
It's
which
also
I mean, it's complicated.
Plainly parallel to the Afghanistan conflict, and I don't say plainly in that that was its intention, because like
Dune
it was
written
like
before
the 50s.
that.
Well, but he, like, Frank Herbert spent a lot of, like, literal time, like, in those areas of the world during their many conflicts, you know, it was based on that, just not the American-Afghanistan war.
It's just really funny that movie comes out the same year we, like, exfiltrate poorly, and then, like, here's this movie about this desert planet that has a resource that makes travel essential. Wicked, not oil, but we'll move past it. And then
it's also a drug.
Red white folks show up, and the natives are like, "Hey, we fucking hate you." It's like, oh yeah, this is rules. I love this. And then the next movie is gonna be like a guy named Paul is their savior, but that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I understand. Like, we are literally following like prophecy shit. I think. And I'm not saying they're to, like, radically change anything. I would suspect there's going to be some reframing of that narrative a little bit.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I cannot wait to see Zendaya eat part 2.
Yeah. She's incredible.
It's her movie.
She's going to eat that sand.
It's going to be her movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I think that, my predictions are Frank Herbert, famous woman lover, is going to be respected.
Ooh, it got hot in here. Ooh. Famous writer of great female characters, Frank Herbert.
Well, no, I mean, he was like known for like, he had a lot of weird, he was like, women are better than men. Like, that was like kind of a thing he was like known for believing. Very strangely.
You wouldn't believe it reading his book.
Except
I guess I'm only
women
halfway
are the
through
most
the first
powerful
one.
beings in the entire universe.
Right, like the way that the Bene Gesserit are demonstrated is kind of a reflection of that kind of stuff. But I don't think an adaptation in which these final moments are only because of Paul. I think the interpretation.
What's her name?
Zendaya's character?
Chani?
No. Oh, shit.
Could not tell you.
And I don't have the book next to me, so I can't even look it up.
I think it's Chani.
Zendaya, Dune, going to the old IMDb, getting an ad for
What is it?
The Batman.
The
I don't know, I'm working on it.
Actually, very excited to see The Batman.
Sure, that'll be fun. There's this moment in the Batman trailer that like I laugh at every time it comes on, where like the Riddler is getting dragged out of that diner and he has like latte art of a question mark. Great bit, good bit.
It's so silly.
It is Chani, Chani.
Fuck yeah! I'm a nerd and I have information
job.
that would not. There's a universe that exists where
that's
like
handy to have.
I get like mugged by a guy who's like, "What is the name of Zendaya's character in Dune?" And I'm like, Chani, and he's like, "Damn."
All right.
All right, bro. That's it.
Right.
You're good.
And anyway, I think in the next year or two they're putting out that Dune real-time strategy game, so that's the last you're gonna see or hear from me. I think it's over for me on that one.
Was this like a?
They're putting out a video game.
The first Dune video game
That's true.
was the first RTS. And Jason, if you're unfamiliar with an RTS, it's like games where you are above the battlefield commanding units, moving them across and fighting with people in real time. It's not like turn-based. You like click, drag, go over there, fight them. And then the other
I send
team
my
does
tanks
the same thing.
to this guy, and then I send my guys over there. Yeah.
Dune
I have so
made
much to learn about video games. I opened up The Witcher 3 the other day. I played for a couple minutes. Like I literally went through like the initial tutorial.
Only 150 hours to go.
Yeah, I literally was like, I'm gonna have to do this all over again because I literally did like the tutorials, and then I like killed 3 dog-looking things. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I have to go do something. I forget what it was. It was probably.
You didn't fight that griffin?
Oh, I did not fight Griffin yet.
All right. Well, you're gonna.
Alright.
Yep,
I'm already. I opened it up and I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
You opened up and like Yennefer's taking a bath or whatever.
That is true. Well, it opened up in 2D animation, and I was like, did I get the wrong game?
Hey, what are you?
Oh yeah, they tell you about the
their flashbacks. Yeah.
The 2D animation. They tell you about how the universe exists, and they're like the conjoint. What do they call it?
The conjunction of spheres.
The conjunction of spheres. They walk through that, right? Don't they, Jace? In the beginning of that game, they're like, "This is how magic happens."
Right. I don't know. I have such a hard time keeping up with like fantasy stuff. Like watching The Matrix over and over again, and then The Witcher these past 2 days. I don't think I understand anything ever.
That's your brain leaking out of your nose,
just oozing out of my nostril. No, like it's like they say stuff, and I'm like, what did that mean?
What are you talking
about? And it's always people answering with like, you know what I'm talking about, or like, it's like. Or like, oh, him, and I'm like, wait, can we stop using pronouns and start saying what we're talking about? I don't know what's happening.
When you mention a character's name, I need you to put a picture of them on screen so I know who you're talking about.
I need to point at every person you're talking to as if you were addressing a child. No,
Proper nouns, please. Proper nouns only.
Proper nouns only, please. So I'm not totally sure what happened, but I'm also, I was also like high when I started, and I played it for 5 minutes, and I was like, I need to do this later, because my hands are still used to, like, I've only played so many video games in my life, and I forget that when I open a new one, the controls are going to be different, and I got to relearn how to play the game.
Yeah.
And the menus are always so intimidating when you first see them, because there's like...
and Witcher's the worst for that.
And there's like 8 pages. There's like 8 pages, and then you click on each one, and then in there's other choices. So I'm like, what's going on? And I'm doing Horizon, and that one I'm like, finally, where I'm like, oh, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm at that point where when I was a child, I would go to friends' places and look at their screen, and I'd be like, what are you even doing? How is this a video game? And I couldn't tell you which one it is. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, that's what I look like with this game. And then I open The Witcher, and I'm like, how does one... Witcher.
How do I witch?
I don't.
How does one witch?
But it was very cool. because I had played the first 5 minutes. Episode 3 of Witcher Season 2 hit hard as fuck. That was so cool.
There's a lot going on.
Even my grandma, who'd only played through like that part, was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah,
yeah." It was. I was like, "Oh snap, let's go!"
Yay! So that sounds like this is, of course, Advanced Media Studies podcast, where we aim to talk about every piece of pop culture ever created 1 week at a time.
What?
That's the goal. No one told you? I am one of your hosts, TV's Kevin Lanigan, and if I was going to die in the world of The Witcher this week, it would be because Yennefer pushed over a bunch of big fucking flaming logs on top of me, and that would be the last you'd ever see of me. And I would say, "Thank you, Queen." That is what I would do. Yennefer, kill me.
Please. 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 Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Jason. I use they, them pronouns. And if I were to die in the Witcher universe today, it would be because I could not pass the obstacle course. I couldn't do it.
That's a tough fucking obstacle.
I would get trebucheted across the yard into a stone and proceed to expire.
Siri playing American Ninja Warrior for most of the episode.
Yeah. I'm Caleb, the third host, the daddy host, the hostess with the mostest kids. Gotta use the break. And if I died in the Witcher universe, it would be because a root grew out of my weird back vagina wound.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
It was messed up.
That right there, that is a bad infection.
Nasty way to go. Perfect. So we are here in our coverage of the second season of The Witcher. I guess it sounds like we want to dive right in. I don't have any Witcher news or anything this week, so I guess we'll kick it off.
Well, here's what I'll do. I finally also watched the anime.
Oh yes, great. Let's talk about that. Did you have a good time?
I did. I'm not sure how much of it stuck. I was very tired, but
sure.
I was like, oh, okay. It made episode 2 really good.
Yeah. Episode 1 was only kind of like, remember? Remember? Episode 2 and 3 are like, remember?
You want to see some references?
Yeah.
Hey, do you kids like references?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I got everything from it, but was the woman, the lady, is it Lady Bracknell, is that her name from the anime?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Maybe.
She's the one that she like fights them, all of the Witchers.
Yeah.
Is that the same woman that like taught Yennefer? No, that's not, right?
No, that's a completely different,
right?
Tisea de Vries.
Right.
Lady Brack, whatever, super dies in the end of the anime.
Yeah, she did. Nah, she doesn't.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Vesemir
she
shows
did.
up. Or not Vesemir. He doesn't do it. Who does it?
I don't remember. Is it not Vesemir?
No, because remember he thinks he kills her, and then it ends up it's actually like the last like warrior mage and his betrothed, and then the guy who recruits him.
I might have fallen asleep. I might have missed that. I was tired.
Oh well, we've been there. We've all been there.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I was like, I got a deadline. I gotta watch this, and then I gotta watch the 2 episodes. I mean, I was wide awake for episode 2 and 3, but like,
absolutely, you were cruising.
Weird
episodes, but I like, hey, if we're gonna get this sort of these IP farms, or we're just kind of like, we need more Witcher stuff, doing a fun anime movie is like, I think that's a great way to keep it going. Why not? Fuck it. And because of the coronavirus, it came out first.
Right.
It maybe was not always supposed to, but that's okay. So
it makes a lot of sense for it to have come out first, though.
Sure, it helped. Well, it helps, quote unquote. But yeah, it's interesting text to have as we move into this place, as opposed to it being backfilled in later.
I'm thinking of like when you go to the back of Dune and there's all of these just
a glossary of terms.
And there's a glossary of terms, but then there's also like documents. They're like, these are the old letters from this princess to this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
get out my small reading glasses.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, that is what we call skippable material.
Right.
That is when we close the book.
Right,
Say
exactly.
no. I'm sure someone worked very hard, but I simply cannot be bothered.
He made a whole world. That shit is crazy. Like,
No,
parallel,
good for him.
put that right next to Tolkien, you know?
Sure, put it next to Sapkowski, writer of these here Witcher books. You know, there's a lot of that guy wrote like 8 books. You know, hey, that's more than Frank.
That's fucking crazy.
That's messed up. And now we have, you know, the games, which are sequels, and we have this show, which is kind of like a sidequel. None of
So
it.
the games are
really-
sequels to the books?
Yes, the games are sequels to the books. All 3 of them are.
So if you read all of the books, then the
They
games
will-
are in order after that.
Correct.
And then this
but
show
I
takes
will
place-
say,
This one is less canon than the first 2.
well, I would honestly disagree because there's so much about the first 2 that make no sense with the books, despite trying to be prequel.
Sure.
There are just pure moments where it just doesn't make sense with the books that you've read, and you just you're just gonna have to move on.
Which
It's
makes
not
sense
gonna add
for
up.
why Sapkowski was like, actually, no, fuck you guys.
He's
and then
like,
the
it's
third one
okay,
was
you know.
So the games aren't canon?
Well, what is canon? What isn't
Right,
canon?
so
like,
true,
they're
Bestie.
not. You know, it's like, I don't know. Is it? You decide. You know, people are like, the show
then wait.
doesn't make sense with the games, and I'm like, the games don't make sense with the books. Just like, fuck it. I don't know. Enjoy it. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. None of it makes sense
So
together.
wait, but the shows take place where in the timeline?
The show is an adaptation of the books.
Yeah, starting
So
from
the
the beginning. Kind
mostly, but actually, these 2 episodes that we just watched, they made up. This is not from the books. They're making this up.
Kev, you're not helping
but-
your case. I just want you to know.
No, I know, but they are allegedly adaptations of the books. There are a lot of episodes that are.
But they're starting from the
adaptations
beginning of the books.
Yeah, they started from the beginning. They started from the first collection of short stories, moving into the second collection, and that was kind of the first season was like a mishmash of those 2, and then this season so far is kind of like. It's kind of like between the short stories and the book. The book is about to start. The first book is like gonna start here in a minute on this show. But honestly, the first like Witcher novel, nothing happens, so it'd be very difficult to adapt into a series of television.
Yeah.
So you would have to make a bunch of shit up, which they are doing.
So
But allegedly
we're getting
this
a little bit of the
season,
short stories and some made up stuff, so that when we actually finish off the first
Get to
novel,
the-
it feels like a thing.
yeah, it allegedly, and this is according to Wikipedia,
Mhm.
but this
Wikipedia.
season,
Wikipedia.
the Wikipedia, this season is an adaptation of part of the second short story collection. Like the first episode of this season was basically one of the short stories. And then it is an adaptation of like the whole first novel and the beginning of the second novel. Because again, that first novel is just like nothing happens. It's like unbelievable the degree to which nothing occurs in that book. It's truly astounding. But the second novel, which I'm in the middle of right now, is like thrilling. It's like mile a minute. It's fucking cooking. He learned how to write a better book this time. But hey, writing a book is hard. You know,
Yeah, it's
I've never
tricky
fully
shit.
done it. I'm working on it. It's tough shit. But anyway, the show is allegedly an adaptation of the books, but they change a lot of shit. They remix shit around, but that is essentially where it would fit in the timeline. But as you will see, there are ways in which it really just doesn't line up anymore. And welcome to liking stuff. You're just gonna have to make it work. You know, even sitcoms have internally inconsistent shit, and they're not worried about books and video games.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
okay. You're just gonna have to move on.
You're gonna
Jeff
have
Winger
to
is
deal.
older than we thought he was. It's okay. It's all made up. Actually, it's all none of this is real. Actually, we made it up. So we're all good here. But let's talk about our first episode of the evening, shall we?
Yes.
Season 2, episode 2, Kaer Morhen, directed by Steven Surgic, written by Bo DeMaio. In this episode, Yennefer and Fringilla are being held captive by some elves. They have these sort of prophesied dreams that lead the elves to believe that they will be useful in talking to this witch who lives in a house, and the house is in a forest, and the forest is in a temple. Anyway, moving on. And at the same time,
it's wicked. It's wicked Baba Yaga. Like
it's but like give that house some
Baba
legs.
Yaga.
Then I want to see some fucking chicken legs. Anyway, Geralt and Ciri arrive at Kaer Morhen, where the Witchers have themselves a little kegger, and one of the Witchers gets possessed and turned into a big tree, and they have to fight and kill the big tree. Wild episode.
Well, the thing that threw me, here's the thing that threw me was, so they're like, we have to kill this big tree thing.
Yeah.
And so they finally find the big tree thing, and then it's immediately killed by a different monster that they then have to defeat.
Well, that's in the next episode, so we'll get to that.
Oh, I got ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay. So all right. So here is one way in which this show radically differs from both the books and the video games. Is that Eskel, the guy who turns into a big tree, is alive at the end of Witcher 3, the video game. However, he is dead here on the television show. He has died.
No.
And he's not by any means a big character. It's not like he has barely been in these books that I've read. It's mostly been like a passing reference.
So, but he's in the video games.
He is in The Witcher 1 and 3. 3 is the point where like he gets stuff to do. He has like, you'll see.
I'll see. I just started.
He's kind of, you'll
I had
see
a feeling I was
really
really gonna fucking like Eskel, but he was being a huge douche, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna kill him. And they did.
I mean, that guy, but like huge douche is that guy's like whole character description. He's a huge douche.
Oh, okay.
He sucks a lot is his thing. That's his big deal.
That's his bag.
That's his bag. He loves to suck tremendously. And that's sort of his thing. He in The Witcher 3, they kind of draw this like parallel where like obviously a lot of the Witchers are picked out when they are kids. You know, you're offered up for whatever reason and end up with the Witchers, and then you see a lot of young boys like yourself die horribly in training. But you know, Geralt, who has sort of accepted his station, but Eskel never does. Eskel is just so furious at the like life has allowed this to happen to him, but he's not like by any means a tremendously deep or important character. So I understand how you could look at him and deem him expendable, perhaps. And I like the way that it kind of continues into 3, where like we're seeing Geralt's like memories of him. You know, there was like, even though he's a gigantic douche, I love the sort of brotherhood of Witchers. You know, I love these like battle-worn comrades who are like brothers because they were raised together. Essentially, it's all very good. It's exactly my shit. Actually, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I dig it. It's very. It's funny that like this show is focusing on this right now because like I just finished the most recent Halo game, and like, I feel like we maybe even brought this up last time we talked. Like, it's wicked similar. Like, kids taking augmented
the Spartan program, right?
Right, exactly. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Spartan program, but in high fantasy. Fuck yeah, let's do it. I love it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's good. And as much as that is like morally, incredibly fucked, it does make for interesting fiction. I will say it does. It makes for interesting genre fiction and a decent exploration of these characters and their circumstances. I like that. Go ahead.
If you'll allow me the slight diversion, it feels a lot like the like gross but enjoyable part of mecha like fiction for me, like Gundam and Evangelion specifically, where like the core conceit to mecha is that like it's about an interface between people and machines, and like they want something, the person or the machine, and the show ends up being about like how that thing that wants gets the thing that it wants, and how like it's about body and like intent and shit like that. And what that turns out in Evangelion is that like, oh, these robots were living things that they killed and turned into mechs, and they're kind of still alive.
This is fucked up, actually.
It's extremely fucked up.
This
and
sucks,
the whole
actually.
time you're like, this is rotten. But watching people interact with that or have to live through that is like, oh, this rules. So like Witcher's doing the same thing. Again, Halo does the same thing. There's a lot of stuff that you watch that's like,
we talked about Ender's Game before.
Sure, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes like putting people in a terrible situation or making them deal with terrible things is the reason why it's fun to watch. And maybe that's an indication of who we are. But
it's all made up. It's all make-em-ups.
What
no one is advocating.
Are you referring to?
Oh, children being taken and transformed into things.
Oh,
and then
okay,
left
and
to die
usually dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Most of them die before ever becoming a Witcher, and then all of them die.
Yeah,
during
that's
being
the thing
a Witcher.
that they really show in the anime is just kids just getting fucking
wrecked.
murdered.
Yeah, the reason Kaer Morhen is the way it is now is because of that battle. It's all in ruins, and there's like 20 of them instead of like a lot.
Yeah, and Vesemir's like his tenure as head of this particular school of Witchers is like, I guess because of the events of Nightmare of the Wolf, he's now looking at this as like, shit's gotta change. We can't keep doing this. This is fucked. Yeah. This sucks. We can't do this anymore. And so even while still, participating in these systems and turning, these young kids into it, but like it seems as if a lot of the Witcher culture has changed. He's changing the police from the inside.
Yeah,
sure. But I'm sorry. But what I like about this episode is that like it's not as if the Witchers are incapable of having fun. It's just Geralt. Geralt cannot have a good time. He cannot. He's
such a sourpuss.
He sucks so much. It's so funny that he's like a party pooper.
It's a blast. I love it.
He called the cops on the party. It's so funny.
Yeah, he went and told
Geralt?
No, he didn't. I just metaphorically.
Right. He did go talk to Dad about it though, right away.
He did go talk to Dad. He's like, "Get these! Come on!"
What are you doing? Stupid! It's loud. I'm trying to study.
What a nerd! Geralt's
doing my homework.
I don't know. I saw him. He was like, "There's like a fucking monster in these areas right now, and these are not like this is not a place where we should be this distracted." But at the same time, you're right. He was being a total fucking narc.
Yeah, he was
being a fucking narc.
narc.
And it was fun. I like the cast of Witchers that we're meeting with like Cohen and Lambert, Vesemir, cool guy, love him. What a neat man. Like his gelled hair. I like how his hair doesn't move. Did you? Are you all clocking this?
When I was watching it, I could not stop looking at the edge of where his head was. In relation to the background, I was trying to figure out. I was like, was this green screen? Was this done like they did in the fucking Mandalorian with the Unreal Engine like background thing? I was like, how did they do this? Because something is really uncanny about where his hairline meets the background. I couldn't.
I think it's like however the light is reading off of his,
that headpiece, that plastic.
Weird, whatever's going on my man's head.
It's made out of ivory. It's the only way to maintain pure follicular purity.
You fucking pat Vesemir on the head and it goes dong dong.
It's a helmet, y'all. He has to stay safe.
Yeah, you gotta protect the head.
Gotta raise those kids.
Gotta take care of them kids. If he doesn't
the entire Witcher race is his responsibility. He must wear a helmet.
So it's all good. We love Lambert. Love a hot ginger knight. Love all these guys that are running around. The Leshen was cool. It's a cool, like, weird big tree thing.
Oh, the tree squid climbing around the fucking ceiling was incredible.
Yeah, that's.
I was like,
cool.
First season was successful because this season's expensive.
They
budget.
had money. The practical effects. Can we talk about them?
Yeah,
the way that they handled that facial prosthetic is just fucking tasty. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. Man. I love to see the way that they're integrating digital with practical in an effective and pleasing way. They're doing the practical effects where I want them. I'm like, I don't care if there's digital effects. There's just places where I want practical effects, and they are giving it to me every time.
Right. When they're doing like a big scorpion monster, it's like, okay, big scorpion monster, CGI big scorpion monster, right? But like when it gets close on a tree, man, yeah.
Even the scorpion monster, when it got close, not to jump to the next episode, which is absolutely what I'm doing. When it gets close, there was moments where I was like, "Well, how much that real though?"
Yeah, how much of that was not augmented? How much of that was like a little? Oh my god, it's so cool!
Also, can we talk about the weird hands grabbing at its own throat while it was running? That shit was so fucking. Sorry, we'll get to that next episode.
Fucked up. It's pathetic. It's fucked up. But this is. I like this sort of Witcher home invasion. Is like that's a good premise. Like the monster is inside the house and all the monster hunters are there. Perfect. And it being the sort of motivating factor to Geralt saying like, all right, I didn't really want to, but I need to train this fucking princess how to fight. Like, this is not, I brought her to what I thought was a safe house, and the safe house broke immediately. I guess I gotta fucking train up this little girl.
Yeah. Well, that didn't go as planned. Let's try using a sword, I guess.
Well, shit. Okay, so you go, and then you kind of go around, and you go, yeah, and it's gonna be fun.
You do that a lot, and then you're me.
And then you become this.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you excited?
It's gonna rule. Only sometimes.
It's gonna rule occasionally.
Oh god, what a great. Yeah, this is so good. This show's so good. It's crazy.
It's fun. You want to talk about this Yennefer business in this episode? Because I watched it. I've watched it twice now. Mm-hmm. I watched it for the original recording, and then I rewatched it, so it was like fresh. Mm-hmm. I can't make heads or tails of what's going on in that house. I cannot make heads or tails of what is happening in the barn. I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to think what happens in episode 2 and not 3.
So 2
right, so they're with the elves.
With the elves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they solve riddle. They solve that Tomb Raider
I
puzzle.
I think we're about to find out with this next episode. I think she's going to come to her in the woods and something. I don't know.
Because the three of them descended down, and I like the ways that we are expanding Fringilla and Francesca as characters who are not really like substantive characters in the books, at least as far as I've gotten. Like they're really just like not much of a factor. I like the ways that we are kind of like adding dimensionality to Fringilla, especially. It would be so easy for her to just be like evil witch on the bad guy team, but like this again, sort of the a reflection of the Witcher camaraderie. It's like, hey, we all went to this fucking terrible witch school where like they turned our friends into eels and shit. Like we all went through that. We went through this together. It's that same sort of camaraderie that Esprit du Corps.
Trauma bonding.
Exactly. That even when you're on opposite sides, you're like, well, I still like recognize this person who understands what I've been through. Anyway, but so they all go down, and whatever this being is in the hut, for now we will call them the Baba Yaga, I suppose. When they go down, and when they meet the Baba Yaga, she takes a different form for each person, and maybe it's just because they were doing this crazy like American Horror Story like canted angle editing thing that I was like, I just can't even pick up on the information that's happening right now. It's so like cross-cut between like 3 different conversations and all these weird angles, and I just cannot, and it's like a cool piece of editing. I just could not tell if I was supposed to know what was going on.
Yeah, so like it was the deathless, what did they call her? Because Fringilla and Yen talk about it immediately when they find Yen out in the woods. She's called like the Deathless Witch or something like that. Like they recognized her.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
The Deathless Mother, according to Wikipedia.
So yeah, like the Deathless Mother is this being that like appears to all 3 of them to ask them to basically get them to say out loud what the thing they want is, right?
Yeah.
And like for Fringilla that meant showing up as a mirror. And she recognized pretty quickly it wasn't. For Francesca, it was Ilianath or whatever.
Elf name.
Yeah. And I don't know if Francesca realized it wasn't real. Like,
she seems to buy into it.
She seems to kind of buy into it. And there's a baby involved, and like that's not going to go well.
I think this is honestly. I think we just don't know what it is yet. I think it'll make sense later. I think it's so deeply connected to something Yennefer is about to go through. I think it's going to be like because Yennefer. Okay, here's my big brain prediction. Yennefer's not going to be without powers forever. That would be stupid.
Weird. Why do you say
that? I mean, maybe she just learns how to like fight with a knife.
Yeah,
really
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Nor should you. I don't think I'm spoiling anything when I say like, yeah, she's probably gonna get her magic back at some point.
I'm like, it's not a big deal. I have a feeling like whatever version of the story they're telling with this, I have a feeling whoever this person is gonna be deeply integral in her, I guess, getting her powers back and leveling up at the same time. Is my thought. Yeah, she's gonna be like a functioning fire-powered.
I think she's going to get her magic back, but it's going to be the magic that everybody's outlawed, and she's going to be a pariah. And I think that's going to come largely from the fact that she gets her magic back from the Deathless Mother, who seems to be a force of pretty pale and apparent evil.
I don't know if it's evil.
From her?
You don't know if
I think it's more chaos. I think it's more chaos.
No, because chaos is like just how magic works.
Exactly.
And this lady is... Like, if we take into account,
I wouldn't consider any of her deception. I would consider the way that she speaks with all three of them as condescending or manipulative. But I also don't think what she's convincing them of doing is necessarily in anybody's bad interests. I don't think it's bad advice.
I do. I don't think that Nilfgaard is prepared to work with elves. There's just fucking symbolism and foreshadowing hidden all over the place that nobody.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think that that's a bad. I don't think that what she's hoping they work toward is, a force for bad. I think it's a force for chaos. It's like that might be what you need, even though I know you can't handle it. Right?
So I'm gonna read.
Yeah.
My last bit. I'm gonna hard disagree, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen from the first season and what magic is. This is the darkest form of magic we've seen. And based on the fact that the magic that Yennefer used is illegal, and that there's this history of it causing people to do really bad things, this woman being like, I can give it back. And we haven't gotten to that episode.
Oh, it's going to be like, if you do this episode, for me,
she's
I'll
like,
give
say
it
the
back.
words and you'll be free and you'll have it all back. That's temptress talk. That's not like, I'm the savior. I'm here to help you.
I don't think it's bad either. I definitely don't think it's positive, but I don't think it's as purely evil.
I would say whatever it is remarkably self-serving for the Deathless Mother. Whether or not we interpret that as evil, is yet to be seen.
Yeah,
but whatever it is like really going to benefit the Deathless Mother. I think we're looking at a real Ursula Little Mermaid type situation here.
Wow, that is exactly what I think it is.
I think we're really is Ursula evil? I don't know. She's very selfish. I don't know if she's evil.
Right.
She doesn't like Ariel very much, but then again, neither do I. So.
Also, that scene is.
I don't know. She didn't do anything.
I love that.
I'm like, what does Ariel do? Nothing.
She didn't do anything. Well, that's my problem.
She gave up her force. Anyway, it's fine.
I love how fucking ethereal and weird that scene is, and like how everything about it is filmed identically until they start like questioning what's happening. Like the way they sit up's the same, the way they appear is the same, the way they approach is the same, and then when they all reach that point of like, okay, how do I get what I want? It starts to differ.
They referred to it early on as a shared omen, and I love how they leaned into that visually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, that adds to my idea that it's no good, because they all shared an omen from a creature in the forest that pulled them in and then told them their heart's desire. And like, just human fiction for the last 700 years. Like, if anybody asks you,
all right, fine, we get it. You know how to write books.
Yeah, fucking European folktales would say, "Thing in woods offers you something, do not take.
Fucking leave."
Listen, man, I'm sorry, I'm not as committed to traditional story structures as you are. Okay.
Shocker.
Yeah, I don't know what vibe I'm getting from this Deathless Mother.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm confused.
That is the most
I'll listen to
like
what she has to say. I mean,
That
how
is the
many
most,
times
like-
has the bad guy in the show?
Jace shows up to a cabin in the woods with no doors and teleports into it as this person whispers to them, saying
I
what
don't
they
know.
want to hear. And Jace is like, I mean, I gotta
I'll
hear
hear you
it.
out.
You're out.
Pretty neutral vibe, I think. I'll hear you. Yeah, come on. No, say what you're gonna say.
Hey, fool,
But-
try anything
Listen,
twice.
hear you.
Try anything twice. You feel try anything twice. So like,
You know what I mean? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
That's on me, baby.
Okay, you know, I'll take it. All right, sounds like we want to maybe get to the next epi here.
Yeah, sure.
Season 2, episode 3. What is lost? Ciri continues to train as a witcher, and Lambert and Cohen, who are not in a good place right now, is really kind of like blame her for the death of Eskel, so they kind of start like really putting her through like the fucking American Ninja Warrior trials, but they kind of start sliding towards actually wanting her to get better.
Oh wait,
They're
she
actually
rules.
they're actually coming back around on it, actually.
Really, so
Yeah.
what is that? What exactly is that? That a test for though? Like if you complete
It's agility and
Awareness.
right,
reflexes.
it seemed like because when she finally gets through to the very end and then jumps to the last platform and then trips and falls off the side instead of walking down the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Geralt says like so close, almost, and I couldn't help but interpret that moment as being like, you know what? I almost would have let you become a Witcher, but since you fell off,
My read was like, okay, I didn't really support that this was happening, but I'm proud that you basically did it. Like, you kind of missed the end a little bit, but like you basically did it.
right?
Anyway, sorry. Description continues. At the same time, Yennefer returns to Aretuza after being thought long dead after the Battle of Sodden.
Great entrance, by the way.
and they're
Great entrance.
Good.
Yeah, they wrote the fuck out of that line.
It's Yennefer. Yennefer makes an entry. Yennefer does not enter a space if she cannot do it fabulously.
Dramatically, yes.
Yeah, exactly. She knows how to make an entrance, and there are some questions from Stregobor.
Man, fuck
that-
Stregobor. Sorry.
Man,
Go ahead.
all my
Fuck
homies
that
hate
guy.
Stregobor.
All
Fuck
the
Stregobor.
homies hate Stregobor.
All my homies hate Stregobor.
His little
So-
no-handed ass. Sorry, go on.
God, hate his ass. Anyway, there are some doubts as to Yennefer's allegiances. So she is asked to behead Kaer, the Black Knight of Nilfgaard, and due to some beckoning from our favorite Deathless Mother, she decides not to do it, and again makes a fabulous exit. She does not enter or exit a space.
My
if she
grandmother.
cannot do it.
My grandmother was so fucking confused. I mean, I would hope we all were. But when she does that, my grandma was like, "What the fuck is she doing?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's terrible, but I had no idea."
Oh man, I think
Go on.
I don't know what I think. I'm trying to figure out what I think.
Yeah, and we're
I had,
off
like,
book
a
here, so I
decent-
cannot help.
I had a decent like interpretation of it that I thought that I was like, okay, that could make sense. But
I think we can talk about the influence of the Deathless Mother and whether or not, and obviously I think
it definitely impacted her.
we
but
will be coaxed on, but I think it's really more of an excuse. It's really like her, because I don't think she wants to do it.
I think honestly, she's so sick of that place. She's obsessed with power, and for her to be like, you know what, fuck these people. I don't need them. I don't need to prove that I'm innocent to these. I saved their asses, and then they're gonna have the audacity to do this bullshit, and then I have to bow down to this guy that just totally assaulted me.
Yeah,
and now she's like, fuck you. I'm gonna go do what I need to.
Yeah. Yennefer, like, the last time she was at this place, at least as far as we know, she, like, was trying her hardest to get out of there and, like, transformed her body to pursue
Why would you want to
what
stay
she
there?
thought
She's never
was
wanted
a
to
better
be there.
life. And then she immediately, like, that didn't end up working out so great, but she was pursuing what she thought was a better life, and then she comes back. She's the hero of this battle, like, that they were absolutely going to lose if she did not intervene with her magics. And then she comes back and everyone's like, I don't know. Might think that you were actually working for all those guys you killed. And it's like, fuck you, actually.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me kill this guy? You're gonna make me just like, I'm not an executioner.
Right.
It's also wicked. I mean, it also feels a lot like it's not everyone is like, well, where your allegiances lie. It feels a lot more like Stregobor being like, damn, Tisea and fucking Volgenfritz or whatever the fuck his name. Vilgefortz. I wasn't that far off.
You were close.
Vilgefortz and Tisea are making a move for my spot. We already know that the dude who is Frangilla's fucking uncle or whatever is shit at his job. And Stregobor's like, well, if Yen's back, I can't do anything to stop Tisea, so I'm gonna make an example out of her. Basically,
he's just making a stink. He doesn't believe what he's fucking selling. He knows
his power over her by telling her to do something in front of people to show that he has control over her. I also think Yennefer wasn't far off when she was, saying like, what did she say?
Oh, when she's like, they want to prove that I can kill somebody.
Exactly. Like, I think that's
Wicked
also part of it. Yeah. I think they pointed earlier on to the fact that these guys, like from the jump, even before Yennefer shows up, right, and makes her appearance.
Yep.
There's like, you can stop with the fucking fake Inquisition. Like, cut it out. You don't need to do this, but they're scared and they're playing power hungry, blah, 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 whatever. Who knows?
It's a fake fucking choice. If she kills him, it's like, if she doesn't kill him, then she's a traitor. If she kills him, and then it's like, well, what did that prove? She's a murderer.
Established to him that death, she's like, there's no purpose for your death, right? There's no reason, there's no use for it, right? And I think, and I'm thinking in terms explicitly with magic, right? Where it's, she lost her powers, but you also show the way that the mother, the ghost mother, does that exercise of you kill the flower to make the stone move.
Right.
I think of her being like, no, if I'm gonna fucking kill you, it's because I need your life force to do some magic shit. Like, I'm not gonna killing you.
Boy, oh boy, the Kaer, the actor that plays Kaer, his demeanor changed when he's like, so there's purpose now? And then she's like, absolution. And he's like, for me? And she's like, no, for me. The way his face changes when he realizes, like, oh, she wants me dead. Fuck. Is really good. He was like, and tried to like act like he wasn't scared. It's like, homie, you shaking in your boots. It's fine.
It was wild. A great performance.
Also, I think Stregobor definitely wants to use fire magic. I just think he's not good at it.
He's trying
because when he invades her brain, he's like, how did it feel? How did you do it? Like,
right. I think he's trying to establish control publicly so that he can then control her privately and try and manipulate her fire magic for himself. And I think that's part of the reason why she's also like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. My big thing, though, I can't remember his name. The very, very pretty boy.
Istrid.
Vilgefortz.
Wait.
Or Istrid. There's two very pretty
the one
boys.
that Yennefer had a thing with.
Istrid. I'm sorry.
There was a moment he comes up to her and says something and warns her of the I didn't understand what was happening in that moment. Can either of you explain that to me, what that moment was?
When she's getting ready to leave?
Yeah. And he's
first of all, he's like, I've been lying to the council. I absolutely knew what Nilfgaard was planning, but like, I didn't tell them as a way to be like, you can trust me. Which, like, bro, pointing out that you're a liar, not a great way to get that to come across.
Not an excellent plan, my guy.
Not great.
After you already sold me out to the same guy before.
Yeah. And then he tells her that Stregobor's got like spies, so if she tries to leave at night, like, they'll see it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He tries to like, I still love you, and I'm sorry that I fucked you over, and please come back and be with me, and also, I'm a liar to the bad guys, so you could trust me, and also, please come back and be with me, and also...
I know I fucked you over, but you're, like, way hotter than when we were together.
You're so much cuter now, and you're good at magic now, and, like...
And it's like, come on, babe, take me back.
Our babies would be so cute, though. And she's like...
And, like, I don't think he, like, actually gives a shit. He's just, it's another, like, dude in this scenario just, like, selfishly playing.
Well, it was interesting because he framed it, his excuse of it was, he's like, I want to help the elves. Right? Another way of him being like, you're part elf, like, I'm trying to help the elves, like, I'm on your side.
Yeah, people like you.
I see you. I would have voted for Elf Obama a third term if I could.
Right, literally.
I also love when Yen is like just trying to get from point A to point B and is accosted by 3 separate dudes. And when Stregobor shows up, she's like, "Is this place just full of men stalking its corridors? Like, what the fuck? Leave me alone." It's so great.
It's really good. And obviously, all my homies hate Stregobor, but the scene where he's like showing the fire magic and then he reveals that he has like 2 stump hands. That was cool. I liked that.
That's pretty neat.
I hate him, but you know, when a guy, he has a flair for the dramatic. He understands.
You get it, the flair.
What's interesting is also Ilstrid, is that his name?
Istrid.
Istrid then walks in and is like, "You're a fucking liar, dude."
Yeah. You're a piece of shit.
Oh, that's not the
You're
story.
fucking lying.
Like, I don't like Stregobor.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Nah. We hate Stregobor. This is an anti-fucking Stregobor podcast.
He's a real musty cunt.
Hate fucking
Fuck him.
Stregobor, man. Cannot wait for... Who do you think's gonna get him? Do you think it's gonna be Yen? Do you think it's gonna be Tisea? Who do you think's gonna get him?
What do you mean get what?
Yen
Get him?
Yen can't get him. It would be too perfect.
Who's gonna... And it might not even be this season, but who's gonna like levitate him and then smush him into a little ball of blood? Who's gonna fucking... fucking rip him in half?
What's her name? Siri?
Oh, you think it's gonna be Siri?
Cirilla, that would be dope.
I think it would be
That'd be
Cirilla.
interesting.
I think we're gonna eventually get the 3 together, obviously, right?
No, we have to.
We have to, and I think at some point
Because they're a
that's when
family.
they're a family, and I think that she can't take him on because that wouldn't be right. And I think Cirilla, with her newfound prowess and abilities, as a way of protecting someone who probably protected her at some point prior to this moment, I'm predicting.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill him.
Because, you know, Geralt has beef. Geralt has beef
then that would
against
also mean that
Stregobor.
she would be entering back into a position of power since she's a princess.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody got beef, you know? Geralt got beef. Yen got beef.
Are y'all-
Tisea got beef.
Are y'all excited for the inevitable love triangle that's going to exist between Triss, Yen, and Geralt? Because Geralt's not going to ask.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
Which one's
And
Triss?
here's
The one that just
Triss
shows up
is
Kaer Morhen at the end of episode 3.
They take the bath. She's one of the girls at the bath. There's like Sabrina, who's the blonde.
Yes.
And Triss is like the redhead who got very scarred in
and the one that didn't
Battle
go
of
in.
Sodden Hill.
Right.
The one who didn't go in because she's like very burned. And I don't know how much they're going to get into this.
There's a love triangle in the games or something?
Well, okay. Well, Triss might be allergic to magic, which is why she can't like take like healing potions and shit. But the love triangle between Triss, Yennefer, and Geralt exists only in the video games. That is not. I think Geralt and Triss
Yeah, but I also think that they did the
fucked a couple
majority of what they
times?
did in episode 2 and 3. Speaking for someone that's played the game for like 5 minutes, I feel like a bunch of those episodes was done explicitly because of the games. Like the way that even the character design is like, they're doing the game.
They're right. They changed it because, as far as I remember, like Triss's Triss in the books is not like a phenomenally huge character. She's like there, but like she's not mid tier in the books, right? Sure. And so, Geralt and Yennefer have this great love story that extends throughout. I don't think that's spoiling anything. And then, so what happens is that between the books and the games, Geralt loses all of his memories. It sucks, actually. It's really boring. And in the first game, Triss is the primary love interest, and neither Triss nor Dandelion... I'm sorry, Jaskier. He goes by both names, depending on the translation. Neither Triss nor Jaskier nor any of Geralt's many friends mention in Witcher 1 or 2... Hey, do you remember Yennefer and Ciri, the 2 most important people in your life? Like, it's the most fucked up thing that any of his friends do in those games, is that, like, Geralt lost his memories in the middle of a great love, and then no one goes like, hey, do you want to know what Yennefer's up to? Do you remember this person that you're, like, intimately involved with? And Triss, like, in the games is, like, really fucked up. She, like, really takes advantage of Geralt. She, like... he's
like, oh, he doesn't
sexually
remember his wife.
So she like completely plays that. It's like it's fucked up. It's weird. So like that that Geralt and Triss thing is entirely game based, basically. Like, there's maybe an implication that like they fucked, but it's not. They were not like a serious. The triangle thing is a video game creation. So like when you're adapting these books that don't have that material in them,
how much
it's
are you
weird
also
to try
adapting?
And service because
I wouldn't be surprised if they were adapting.
Do that for game
honestly,
fans.
I think they knew damn well that it was a video game going in, and I think that they are going to try and use that as a source of adaptation as well. I don't think they're going to be true to either, honestly.
Yeah, they're
based on what I
obviously
think of
like
the industry,
aware
like,
of.
I have no reason to believe these things, except this is just my take as me, right? I'm like,
For sure.
I think it makes a lot of sense if they were to add adaptation elements from the video games. I mean, like, literally the first time we see Geralt by himself at, what's the place called? Kaer
Morhen.
Like, he's on those pillar things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opening shot of Cirilla in the video games.
Like,
it's a direct pull.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. Got it. Right. So, I mean, and I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think it's them being like, we've got all this source material and we can take what we want from what we have and leave what we don't want. And we can take visual cues from this visual medium that already exists, but we don't need to follow it.
Yeah, and for all I know, they're going to completely lean into the Geralt and Triss thing. Like, I don't know anything more than y'all do. Who knows? As long, sometimes with a love triangle, I get a little very annoyed, but maybe this one might be good.
Sometimes I get a little fucking sick to my stomach.
Extremely annoyed. But also sometimes it's good. So who knows?
That's very
who
valid,
knows?
though.
Enough. I get
fucking
it.
quit it.
Choose, okay? These are people's feelings. I need you to make a call here. Anyway, sorry. Just
also,
out.
I feel it like wild that there's a chance in hell that she doesn't mention that Yen's back.
But
like, how long will it go until Geralt brings it up and she's like, oh no, she showed up again.
Nah, she's there. And listen, a lot has happened.
Yeah, and also, is Geralt gonna then, like, immediately leave Kaer Morhen?
I would.
To go find her? And then he's gonna go try to look for her, and then she's missing again. Oh, great. What? And then they end up back at Sintra with fucking Ciri. Yeah, that's definitely where this is going, right?
You think so?
Geralt's gonna leave in the winter because Triss is gonna let loose that Yen's still alive. And he's gonna hear through the grapevine while they're looking that they're on their way to Sintra to meet with the fucking Nilfgaardians, and they're gonna have to go back to the place that Ciri wants to go back, but shouldn't be there, and that's gonna cause a fucking hizzy. And then they're gonna, and then in pure cliffhanger, there's gonna be 7 seasons of this fashion. They're gonna get to Sintra right when fucking Yen leaves.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna go looking for her, and she's gonna come looking for him, and it's
yeah, perfect way to sum that up. 100%.
I can feel it in my bones. That might very well happen.
Can someone remind me just? Okay, this is like in the reality of this world. What's the place? Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard is the one that just fell. That's Cirilla's from.
No, that's Sintra.
Sintra. Which one's Nilfgaard?
Nilfgaard is
the southern.
They destroyed Sintra.
So Nilfgaard why did Nilfgaard destroy Sintra?
Because they wanted to.
Because what?
Because
Sintra's like the gem. It's described in the beginning of episode 4. As Sintra is described as the gem of the north. It's the place to have.
Nilfgaard, they conquer stuff. That's their whole deal.
And they what's her name?
They used to be a shitty backwater, and then Frangilla showed up, and it seems like their king has absorbed some kind of prophecy, and they've built a bunch of momentum, and like it's mentioned in the first season a couple times when Calanthe's like
the king of Nilfgaard. Is that the big guy at the end of episode 3?
The king of Nilfgaard.
They're standing right before Yennefer runs away. We haven't seen them yet. Okay,
no, we have not seen.
We have
the big guy
in onto the personal motivations of Nilfgaard yet.
Also, Jace, the king of Nilfgaard wasn't at the execution of a Nilfgaardian soldier.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
That was King Foltest, who we met in the first season, whose daughter was the crazy monster. If you
and
remember.
he's just another one of these.
He's a king. He rules,
So
I want to say, Redania?
So there's a bunch
No,
of kingdoms in this
Redania
area.
is the red-haired guy. They were really nice to us and made Redania red.
Oh, that's nice. That was very kind of them.
Yeah, very
actually.
kind of them.
I can't remember what Folta. Anyway.
But,
So, yeah,
okay,
fucking-
so
so
Nilfgaard is trying to
Nilfgaard's
take
the-
over a bunch of other kingdoms.
Nilfgaard's
They're
the
trying
south.
to take over a bunch of kingdoms, and they have decided that a great way to do that is to ally with the elves, who are these disenfranchised
But this
people on
only
this
happened
continent.
when? Because we didn't we watch this? Hold on, because when there's the three of them.
Okay.
There's the witch and the elf.
Angela, Francesca, and
Yennefer with the three.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
when they met each other, that wasn't when they started working together. They were already working together before they met.
No, that just happened. The deal with the elves just happened.
But it happened
that's-
with the two of them.
Right.
Fringilla and Francesca at that camp were like, this is a good idea, actually. This is a good bitch.
And
Like,
Francesca had
that's
enough power
Fringilla.
to make it actually happen. And Fringilla, how did Fringilla communicate it with the Nilfgaardian forces?
She
the
not
advisor
yet.
to the
That is
king.
her. She is taking the elves back to Nilfgaard.
Oh,
now.
and that's why all of the
Mhm.
people back at where was that meeting happening where Yennefer showed up and she was like, "I'm not dead."
That was at Aretuza, which is the witch school that we saw in the first season.
And those are all the witches from all of the kingdoms that are potentially under siege by Nilfgaard.
There's the council, there's the council,
Gotcha.
which
So
is that
they're
circle of
privy
people.
to the deal
Mhm.
that she just made, that Fringilla just made with Francesca. But as they're going, so they're trying to get ahead of it before it gets back to, okay, now I understand what's happening.
They're
Thank
like,
you, I needed
this
that.
is a big deal. Actually,
Yeah,
this could
this
fuck
is-
everything up
Yeah.
if all of the remaining elves ally with Nilfgaard, who suck, and and we don't want that.
And then
we do not want
Nilfgaard's
them
like
to
a
ally with
new-
the guy who sucks.
The thing is, I'm rooting for the elves, but not for Nilfgaard.
No, not for Nilfgaard. The elves, they've had a bad shake. It really, it's a tough go, and I
Hey,
cannot.
look, fucking land back. You know what I mean? Like these
I
fucking
mean,
elves.
it's a smart play as a kingdom to be like, oh, if we cater to the disenfranchised people, they will fight for us, and that's a lot of people.
It's the Democratic Party. Sorry, go on.
Right. Well.
Oh, it's Dune.
Yeah. Oh shit! It is Dune.
Oh,
it is
no,
Dune.
it Dune.
They're doing
oh, no,
a Dune.
it Dune.
They do Dune.
Yeah, no, that is. Oof. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
so that's what's
Nilfgaard's
going on.
also this like shit. I just almost said shithole country.
Well,
They were
Well-
though. Like if you remember in season 1, Calanthi's
Yeah.
like fucking Nilfgaard's gonna come knock us over. What the fuck ever? And then they show up and they're like,
please.
oh god, they grew up. They hit puberty. They did not peak in
Right.
high school.
Huh.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
Nilf-
interesting. And they're on some
Nilfgaard
like
pissed, actually.
they're on some like divine not divine. What was the thing that made white people think they could take all of America?
Manifest Destiny.
They're on some manifest destiny bullshit because the white flame is
Yeah.
it's gross. It's awful.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
good. We don't want that.
Thank you for
and
knowing
they-
exactly what I was talking about.
No, for
No,
sure.
that was perfect. That's exactly what that was.
That is one way in which the American school system did not fail me. But
Surprisingly. Well,
there's
they told you
also-
their version of Manifest.
there's some more going on with Nilfgaard, and I don't.
That we're
but
not
there's,
privy
like-
to as watchers. You are as reader.
There is an
Gotcha.
unwritten so far motivation that Jace, if you play even a little further into Witcher 3, you will run into.
Because
you will
it's
run
gonna-
into this.
This is because the games happen after the series.
Have it after the series, so Geralt and the game is privy to some information that you don't have, and you will be. I don't want
I'll
to say
see it
anything
soon,
more,
and then
but
I'll be
you'll see
like,
it.
oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, intriguing.
Oh, what's going on there? There's a third thing. There's another thing lying
Alright.
under there that is
And
an
another
unseen, an unseen motivation as of right now. But I don't know. Let's talk about monsters. Eh? You like monsters?
I love monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tough. They're trying to figure out what's going on with these monsters because there seem to be these monsters that are in ways mutated, in ways that they're doing things that they should not be able to do. A Leshen should not be able to possess a person and turn them into a Leshen themselves. That should not be possible. Which I guess we could infer this is somewhat related to the anime film, the events
I
of
could
Nightmare
not
of the
imagine
Wolf.
it not being. I
Right?
literally,
It
like,
seems
I
too
watched it just before, and I was
specific.
like, oh, this is...
Yeah. There's somebody somewhere making monsters different.
Which means there's
Mhm.
probably somebody somewhere making Witchers different.
What if
Could
Nilfgaard's
be.
making monsters bad? Here's the thing.
What
here's
if
the-
Nilfgaard
here's
has
the
their
reason-
own forms of Witchers?
They have a monster factory.
Here's the reason why I say this. That Leshy was looking for fucking Cirilla.
It was.
Yeah.
The roots had grown into her room and had taken her
Her
fucking
her
robes.
dress that had
hunting.
the crest
Yeah.
on it.
And it took her robes and didn't stay there, which makes me believe it took her robes and was going to go back to somebody and be like, she's here.
This monster got a job. This is a monster with a J-O-B.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
That's-
somebody is after Cirilla, which she knows. They're talking about the Wild Hunt, which now I know we're not going to get for 6 more seasons of this show because it's after the books that the Wild Hunt shows up because that happens in
That's
the
not
games.
true. That's
Oh,
not
does it happen twice and more than once?
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
I don't
in
know
the
what the
books.
wait. They mentioned the Wild Hunt. I don't know what that is.
They keep talking about
You'll
seeing
see
the
soon.
riders in the sky in the sunset. The Wild Hunt
Yeah.
is like a Eastern European myth of these demon kings from a place called Moorhog
These demon riders. They
that
ride.
come
these,
and like cull the land and take children and shit and crops.
They ride these
cattle.
winter steeds. They are like a prophecy of battle. Like to see them, doom is approaching. They're fucked up guys, and I can't. It's going to be very fun to see
It's
them. But
the
they are
Mothman
also
prophecy of the
they. Yeah,
Eastern Europe.
exactly. They are also book guys. But
Okay.
the games were like, I don't know. These guys are cool. We're going to do that again. These guys are cool. We're going to do that again.
No, I know you already did it. We're gonna do it again.
We're going to do it again. It was pretty sick when you did
Again,
it the
I
first time,
liked it the
actually.
first. Do it again.
In the same way that the first game just does the Striga fight again. Like, there's like a sequel, like a rematch between Geralt and the princess who turns into a monster.
Yeah, sure.
It's weird, and it doesn't make sense, but it's fun. It was fun to do.
I dig it. So
I had a good time. What do you want from me? But so the anyway, so yeah, the Wild Hunt, that's gonna be cool. We're at that point. I would be surprised if we did not see them in the flesh before the end of this season. I will say I would be surprised if not even just like at the very last shot of the season or whatever. I'd be pretty surprised if they did not make an appearance.
Okay.
So look out for that. They're gonna be cool. They're sick. They rule. Actually, they're sick as hell.
I hope they're designed well because they're designed real well in Witcher 3.
They're really cool. I mean, that's basically it. I saw a photo. I saw a photo on the internet. They look cool.
Oh, good. All right.
Don't worry about it. They look cool.
It'll be okay. He says.
Don't worry. I assure you, it's gonna be fucking sick. It's gonna fucking rule.
Nice.
But that's gonna be good. And I have mixed feelings about the big scorpion creature killing the Leshy before we even get like that felt.
Yeah.
It kind of had a Phantom Menace. There's always a bigger fish kind of feel to
It super did. It was like, oh.
Oh man, so we're gonna like fight that, but then even bigger monsters showing up and doing it. So there is sort of a consortium of monsters. I mean, unless, and I don't know anything here because this is again all made up for this show. What if like the scorpion was like, "You fucked up, Leshy," and it like killed it for its insubordination. You know, it didn't just kill it for like fun. It was on a mission. Again, this monster got a job.
Yeah, sure. You were supposed to be back and you're not. So
You fucked up, actually.
You messed up big time, buddy. Here's the thing, though. And I'm trying to find it right now. There's a photo, like the photo that leads the show on Netflix is like Geralt and Ciri and a Leshy in the background. And it didn't look the same, the setting, but that also might be because it'd be a poster and that's a thing. So I'm looking right now because if there's a chance that the poster accidentally teases that like that's not the only one they fight, then dope. So I'm gonna go do a thing on the internet that takes a while and is not good audio. Bye.
Bye. I am always afraid to like look things up when it comes to like understanding on the show because I do not want to be like massively spoiled. You know what I mean? It's very difficult, especially when like other people have seen the whole season and we are kind of doing it in little chunks.
Right.
Well,
I
I'm
think
always worried I'm gonna get like massively spoiled.
We can always
Sure.
also just like after we're done, everything.
Yeah, we'll
like, oh yeah, right.
We'll figure it out.
It'll make sense. It was made for binge watching, and we're not doing that.
I suppose so. I think they've done a good job of, like... I mean, it was very hard to not, like, watch the next episode after, like, again, Yennefer is, like, riding off on her steed, you know? Like, it's very difficult to not just keep going. But it kind of does, like, a good balance where it's like, oh, I can kind of do one of these and, like, that was a tasty meal and I'll come back next time. I'm excited for next week, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I think they're doing a great job of it, but I think also just, like, anytime you go, hey, it's 8 episodes. It's all out at once. Just like, okay,
yeah, I'm sure most people did it in one weekend.
Yeah. Fucking go hard, my dude.
What else were they doing in the weekend of December 17th?
Well, I had to quarantine for COVID anyway, so...
So, fuck it.
So there, right.
Staying in.
There we go.
Yeah. So, anyway, these were fun, wild, interesting little episodes.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
They're moving in ways that I would not have anticipated, but that's not a bad thing. I like, as someone that has read and played so much of this, that the show can keep me guessing still on top of that. I appreciate that. I hope
so.
I prefer when shows of a property that's not inherently a TV show are their own thing. Like, there was a recent confirmation that the Halo show is, like, not particularly canon and also, like, not particularly concerned with canon. And I was like, fucking cool. They don't have a bunch of expectations. They can go have fun with it. And I get to watch it and not be like, why does this matter? I get to just watch it and enjoy it. And, like, that rules.
Right.
So the fact that the show is doing what The Walking Dead did, I guess, in moving past but taking things from the original material, dope. I feel like they'll be better off than
changed so much.
So fucking much.
The material that it was adapting. I mean, it's like it's really wild.
For listeners who don't know, Shane dies in like the 20th page of the first book of The Walking Dead, and it takes him like 2.5 seasons to die in the show.
And honestly, they should have killed Rick instead, because Shane was like a much more interesting guy.
Honestly, because all of Shane's motivations in the show are John Bernthal, 100%. But all of Shane's motivations in the show are Rick's motivations in the book. Like, Rick's the one that's like, let's teach them all how to shoot. Let's kill all the zombies in the barn. Let's fucking militarize. And, like, Rick in the show's like, no, you gotta be cool, Coral. And I hate it. Coral!
Anyway, I have exceptionally mixed feelings about the show and the comic and the game to a certain extent.
Sure.
But they made some... the
Telltale one, I imagine.
The Telltale one, which, like, I love the first 2 seasons of, and then the third one, I was like...
I didn't play the third season, the 400 Days, or the Michonne expansions.
400 Days was good. Michonne I didn't play, because I was like, I don't really care about the comic this is based on, so this means nothing to me, right?
Sure.
Like,
I
was like, I don't care. And I want to get around to that 4th season one day, just to, like, put a bow on it. But I haven't done it. Whoops.
Oops.
Anyway, it was fun, but adaptation is a tricky business, and you see faithful adaptations that are great. You see faithful adaptations that suck. You see loose adaptations that are great. You see loose adaptations that suck. And honestly, at this point in my life, like, watching just a video version of a book I read is not a particularly interesting prospect to me, because I already read that book.
Right.
But taking it in interesting directions and interpreting the text is something that is interesting me. That is fascinating and involving. And we see great works of adaptation all the time. Like, Tony Stark and Captain America of those movies bear little resemblance to their comic counterpart, and they are all the better for it.
Oh, yeah.
they made the right call in the ways that they changed and adapted that material.
Yeah, 100%.
It was the right call. The way they adapted the Mandarin was the right call. Like, making him Ben Kingsley, a crazy little guy. Great idea. Good choice. We'll keep going. Shang-Chi did some Mandarin stuff too, didn't it?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no.
Oh, okay.
They handled it well. They just, I don't know.
They corrected it.
Yeah, they did.
There was nothing to correct. It was perfect.
Well, the actual Mandarin was like, they named the actual Mandarin, sorry. The owner of the 10 Rings was like, they took my 10 rings and then named their villain after a chicken dish. Like, what the fuck? That's how Shang-Chi dealt with it. They were like, all of America was afraid of an orange. And it's like,
right.
this, this kind of fucking rules.
That is one of the tricky fucking things about adapting the character of the Mandarin, is that he is racist in every conceivable way. He's completely fucked. It's not like this is some beloved character. People who got fake mad at Iron Man 3 for changing that character, you don't lie to me. Don't lie to me like you cared about the Mandarin. Don't lie to
fucking
me.
Ben Kingsley's terrorist was incredible. He was so good. And then Ben Kingsley as Trevor... Yeah. And then Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery also rules. I'm an actor. Right. That guy's funny, too. I fucking love it, so it's fine.
Trevor Slattery.
I'm an actor.
Oh, I want to watch Iron Man 3 right now.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
I want to watch it this second. All right, end of podcast.
Bye.
And perfect. Great. So any concluding thoughts about these two here episodes? Mostly I'm just excited to watch more episodes. I want to see what is happening. The people demand Yaskier. Why are the people being deprived of Yaskier? I demand. I want to see him.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will put money down that he is in the next episode. I will place a bet on the table that they were like waiting just long enough, and then it's going to be like, hey, there he is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe.
They had to find the right entrance for him, you know?
We have this process in the Sawyer household that's called the May method. My wife's nickname in high school and middle school was May May, and for some reason that stuck with me, and I call her May. No one else calls her that, not even her family, but I do. We call it the May method because when we're watching a show, what we do is when an episode ends, we will watch the next episode until the title card pops in, right? Most of the time, I think that started with Blacklist, because Blacklist will give you a little tease. It's like Law and Order. You see the thing, and then it's like, dum dum dun dun dun, and you're like, all right, cool. We would do that with Blacklist. Like, we'd watch 2 or 3 episodes, and then we'd watch the tease, and then the credits would play, and it would tell us who it is, and we'd be like, cool. And when we came back, we'd resume from there. So I'm 10 minutes. Here's the thing. Witcher waits 10 fucking minutes for those. So like we do this for episode 4, and we're like, did we miss it? Was it at the beginning but Netflix skipped it because it was like, y'all don't want to see this, right? And then like at 9 minutes and 45 seconds, a full like, fucking fifth of the episode, it's like, this is the show you're watching.
Title card.
Cool. But yeah, episode 4 rules because I've seen 10 minutes of it, and the first 10 minutes are like, huh. So y'all will enjoy it.
You got to the point where it's like, I miss the old one. The new one's fine. I miss because they've changed the way they do the title cards on every episode.
Yeah.
Like used to kind of like fade in, and the music was a little more bombastic, and it was like, and they're not doing that anymore. But I'll get used to it. I'll forget about the old one.
I like the way that they change the icon every episode.
That
like
is
the first
still
episode
cool.
was a Brooks. The second one was the wolf in the snow. The third one was the something.
They did that last time too.
Yeah, I like that about it.
It's cool.
I like that
when they were announcing like episode titles at like WitcherCon, they were also putting up the like medallions alongside them, and I was like, yeah.
I hadn't realized that all the Witchers had different wolves. Like they were all wolves, but it was all like a different interpretation of the wolf.
It's like
based
a slightly different wolf.
It's based on the school, right? Because the wolves, that's just the school in the north.
This is the Witcher school of the wolf. There is also like the bear. There is the cat.
Whoa! I did not know
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's different. Did
they talk about this on the show yet, or is this just in the game?
Not yet. And like I know it is in the game, but it's not like we don't really like get to see them much. It's just like things that we know. Mm-hmm. In The Witcher 3, you can like track down different armors for each of the schools. Like you can find all the pieces of armor and put together like it's I don't know. It's interesting, but it's not. It's mostly just like flavor. It doesn't really like come back to the substance, to the meat. But that's fine. That's fantasy, you know?
Yeah.
You just know a bunch of extraneous bullshit.
Right.
I know so much about this world now. My brain is just full of it. So fuck me, I guess. And remembering things I need to know. Because that's done. I now need to know a lot about the Sapkowski Witcher series is what I need to know.
Basically.
So these are fun. Excited to watch the next one. Hyped and psyched.
Every time I finish an episode of this show, I go, I can't wait for the next.
Show me the next one. And we had to wait like 2 full years between seasons. It was rough. It was fucking rough. And we got by. You know, the America banded together, and we got through that famine together, and we're making it work one day at a time. As far as pluggables go, all the usual things from me. I'll soon be publishing my favorite TV shows of the year list, which is going to be like 15 shows, and my favorite movies of the year list, which is going to be like 40 movies. But I want to write a little bit, like a paragraph about each of them. So it's going to take me a little bit because I liked a lot of movies that came out this year. And why restrict it to 10? No one's paying me to do that. I will do what I please. and so that's exciting. So those will be coming out. And then coming up here soon, a special emergency Matrix Resurrections podcast. I don't yet know exactly when that will drop or exactly if it will be behind a paywall or in what fashion. But I just have too much to say about it right now, and I can't wait until we cover it on this show.
Gotta let off
I have thoughts.
Steam.
Yeah, gotta blow it off, and then when we inevitably do an episode about it on this pod, I'll have like some distance. I'll have more, less immediate thoughts, more like refined thoughts. Yes, as I sift my brandy and
I will probably be participating in both conversations as well because I love The Matrix and I am trans.
Which, yeah, so you inherently love The Matrix.
That's how that works. I don't know if you knew that.
No, it
but
should
if
be
you're
like
trans,
that.
you like them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, let's talk about how this new film underlines that like queerness is not any one thing. It's an aesthetic. It's a feeling. It's not painting the sky full of rainbows. It's anyway. Well, there's much to discuss about this new film. Ooh, buddy.
Thoughts have been made, and
yeah. Recasting several prominent characters by famously gay Broadway actors. It was a choice, and the choice is important. Anyway, okay, sorry, I'll stop. And yeah,
Please stop.
Any plugs from the two of you?
The Game of the Year stuff from the Nerdy Bits crew is starting. We recorded an episode last week that's going to go up tomorrow. That's going to be us talking about stuff. And then we all wanted to finish Halo before we made our final decision because we had a feeling it might impact a few of us. Spoiler alert, it definitely impacted me. And then we'll do another one this week that will come out Friday. So Tuesday. Oh, shit.
Nice.
If you're listening to this, one's already come out, and the other one comes out today. Whatever. Check those out. Also, sometime early next year, which is only next week, I'll have a game dev named Fauzi Mesmer on the podcast. He's the third member of the Habibis podcast that I've kind of been like edging my way into. Rami Ismail and Osama Dorius have already done episodes. Fauzi's going to be on in a couple of weeks. We're going to talk about fighting games and food so far. I think that's the plan. He's the vice president of editorial at Ubisoft, so that's fucking wild. So stay tuned for that. Those are my three things.
Hell yeah!
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I don't have anything to plug. I do know that Caleb recently made ramen from scratch, and I'm deeply impressed by that. And I wanted to. That's my plug. Is that Caleb? That's so fucking cool that you did that. homies. It took 18 hours. No way.
To do. I've always respected ramen, but like now I have a whole different level of respect. I started it at 6:00 on Friday night, and I went to bed at 4:45 in the morning and woke up at 9:30 and finished it until about 1.
Wow.
Yeah, the broth was on from 6 to 1 the next day.
Dang.
It was delicious.
Yeah, I
Few
bet.
things that I can tune. It was a little too salty, so I gotta like change the way I made the katsubuoshi salt and like some of the other stuff. But it ruled. And then this morning, for my grandma who's staying at my house for a few days, I made breakfast yakisoba with noodles, and I made like some shoyu tare for the noodles, and then I warmed up the pork belly and fried some eggs and threw some green onions. It was magical. And some furikake.
What a flex. That's awesome.
Yeah, it feels. I feel like I've unlocked some. I'm gonna start doing shit now.
Caleb, I want you to know I want to be an active part in your ramen journey. So like, please keep me updated. I'm being very serious.
I will absolutely keep y'all posted.
I am obsessed with ramen. I love it when people I know make ramen.
Oh, the like fat covered lips feeling after a good bowl of ramen was so sweet when it was something that I made. Like walking away and talking and being like, What is? Oh, it was fantastic. Sorry, obviously I should do a podcast about food. Why don't I already?
I would. Yes, I love food podcasts. I love food. I think I've eaten on almost every other episode of this fucking podcast.
That's essentially correct. Yeah, that's basically.
It's a not small number.
No, it's a not small number. Yeah, I love food. That's my plug. I love food. I love Caleb. I love Kevin.
Oh,
Food rules.
Food rules. Food is a very significant theme in basically everything that I write.
Yeah,
we all love food.
I love food. Although I did have to
Food, the
cut
best.
stuff recently.
So we'll be back next week with the next 2 epis of
Yeah.
The Witcher Season 2. It's gonna be over before we know it.
Mhm.
You know, it's gonna. I'm very glad I have a structure to piece this out so that like it lasts a little bit longer.
Right. This could have been done in a day.
Yeah, exactly. And we get to sit here and like chew it a little bit. We get to like, yes, let me ruminate on yes themes. Yes. So that'll be great. But until next time, toss a coin to your Witcher.
Plenty. I need that song.
And
Still-
also with you.
And also with you.
And also
That's
with you.
a true.
And also-
That's still a bop. Still just an absolute. Still an absolute.
What,
banger.
the toss a coin to your Witcher song?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it slaps.
Oh, fun fact: the chorus rules. The second verse on sucks lyrically.
Wow.
Lyrically, not great, but the chorus
talking
is a
about-
banger.
He came after me with masterful deceit. Is that what you're talking about? Strung up my lute and he kicked in my teeth.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, that sounds like a great lyric to me.
It's a good patter song. I don't know.
Expect the worst. Some drink champagne, some die of thirst. No way of knowing which way it's going. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Hope for the best, expect the worst. The world's a stage, we're unrehearsed. Some reach the top friends, while others stop friends. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I knew a man who saved a fortune that was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it, shouting, live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is so